helping us or hurting us. Court will not take its final recess for the day. Donkey dunk, donkey dunk, donkey, 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 donkey. Right, well, what's going on with my situation? The killer looks like got away again. 30 minutes, we can't find her in that time. Poggy, pog, pog, beep, report. Ah, is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time to spit it out. Right? Looks like we just missed them, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident and we rushed to get away. A few things. Can we use them as evidence? Oh, I thought you asked, pal. I've got the things he left with me right here, right now, and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent by the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. Those guys weren't looking at the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I had to put the law in the hole for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. My hunk of the junk car, obviously I'll be there in about 20 minutes. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just to get here in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stomps and running every red light. End up with a murder, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. He crashed into the building. Hey, what's wrong? Did the gumshoe answer me? No one can stop. Beep. Beep. What happened? I don't like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We gotta hurry and call for help. We have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so he has no radio either. If we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen. Well, is there any way we can find out where he is? There was a chance. Why, oh, why did Gumshoe have to go into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? There is probably a way, I don't know. That's right, there is a way. What? Ow, I'm sure we can find out. Oh, yeah, detective, she has this stinking tracker on the dude. What are you bringing up a Jessica like that at a time like this? Oh, I see, I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but that's all we have. Where's Jessica? Will she even want to help us? Edgeworth, what is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what am I doing now? I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say defense attorney thinks Wright chose death. Right? It doesn't suit someone like you to try to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. Said it was extremely urgent. Probably finished with the handwriting analysis. How do you take this call? Meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. Be continued. Ah! I tried so hard to finish this game before Sagi. I'm playing for 4
I mean,
hours.
Jeff's not. Jeff's playing Beat Saber and Kobe's not here, so.
Playing Beat Saber?
That's what it says.
I'm like this? I'm blind, but I've been reading Mod 10 for the last 4.5 hours. I was like, oh, I only have 2 investigations and 2 trials to do. That should have not taken longer than 4 hours. What was I wrong? Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand defense acting like this. However, why do you seem so distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? That is nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwritten analysis and the impacted suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we discovered that the suicide note was a forgery. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impact herself. It is a fake. Order, Mr. Edgeworth. Would you care to explain what is going on? This is not the written note by Miss Impact, and who wrote it? We would need more time to do more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Kuroda. Mr. Kuroda? Well. Looks like Miss Impact never had left a suicide note after all. She never even wrote anything about Angarde. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note was indeed fake, Mr. Angarde could not have known that. The facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. It would sound very plausible. Theory that Angarde had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little off with that. Do I have evidence? I don't know. Do I have evidence? Do I have evidence? I don't know, man, maybe saw him right with the camera. That's all I can think of. I just believe that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts the testimony. Everything the prosecution has proven up until this point is true. It is impossible for Mr. Angardi not to have known it was a fake. For that, he has the camera. Bazinga! What's this thing called again? A video camera, Your Honor, with well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, a camera. You kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Angardi knew of the existence of this note because of your spying on the victim, isn't that right? If that were true, then that means Mr. Angardi would have known that the victim had forged the note. Gah! Critical hit! Bah, bah, bah! So that defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then that situation suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution theory as to what Mr. Angardi's motive for murder was, it was suddenly disappeared into the thin air. But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Angardi murdered Mr. Kurata for 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Angardi didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Gah! Critical hit! Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like this time it is you who had dug his own grave. Oh, as I figured. Huh? As I figured it all came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you were not making any sense. When I heard the result of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? Prosecution can't prove Mr. Angardi's motive through the evidence. Then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Who is it? However, the witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth stuttering? This isn't like him at all. Unusual. Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? One who perfectly fit the answer once, all for what? To answer once and for all the questions of who was the hired Shelley the killer to commit the murder. It's possible. Who in the does this person exists who can answer that question with such certainty? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is the witness? It's yes. Go on. Who is it? The man himself, Mr. Shelley the killer. Mr. the killer. What? Shelley the killer? The killer? Or the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here to the witness stand? Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. Recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask you for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright. Yes, it's alright with you. I have a choice here. Can't really do much else than drag the trial out. Ben says no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if this really is something... I wonder if it really is alright to do this. Very well, then prosecution calls the witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there really no other way to... no one else left to us? Now the witness, your name and your occupation, please.
He's on Minecraft now.
What is he doing? Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I'm a professional assassin. I say, what's going on here, Your Honor? How can you remain so calm, and what is the meaning of the two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. Long if we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. This must be what the urgent phone call he got was, earlier about. Oh no, that will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelley the Killer. I understand, please wait a sec. The camera moved! Where the radio moved? I'm so hungry. Maya. A voice. Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that the man is indeed Shelley the Killer. Looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under the circumstances, so now that witness, there is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of the client, you killed Mr. Juan Kurata, is that correct? It is as you say, I did indeed kill Mr. Kurata. Gulp. Now we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream, and yes, that is a bad dream. Shelley the Killer, what is he going to say? Bing bong. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself, and that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp the concept before I give the name of my client. Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I must say, he seems to be mocking us. No, finger tap. Well, he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor. Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about the trust between his client and himself thing? Hmm? Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, you ready for the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. No way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collect this, Phoenix. Not my client. Hold it. We can hear everything. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us who your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word "first" means? Sorry, go on. Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. Only because you don't know about my situation. Freaking nerd. Hold it. The trust between you and your client. Provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner. This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. Couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? Never happened before, but if it did, yes. Person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly. No, please, no more. Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. Hold it. He's online, boys.
Them Stardew boys. Ski skirt.
I'll finish the game tomorrow. He's on Rocket League now. What the? Seems a little strange.
It's playing with
to me.
Seamus, right?
You're about. I don't know. Is he online? I have no idea. Name your client. My cracker! I crashed my cracker! I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken their rules and acted outside of the personal prescribed rule. The rule? Person tried to implicate another of their crime in order to save themselves. This is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? Ah, no, I didn't say anything. I just better watch himself. You understand this, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to do, say before I do. This ego magnet, I don't know what the word was, just skipped it. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you ever let everything bother you. Some of this coming from assassin makes it less than comforting. Do you really care about all that extra fluff? Just tell us the name already. Patience, try to calm down.
Sorry, I thought I was unmuted.
That's fine. He seems very steadfast and close, so you're going to have to work to get him to talk. I'm a therapist, you know. Person who frames another is a worst. That's why you feel you can betray this person. And no trust relation with this client who can understand their assigned role. Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience? Who would have figured? But tish. Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? It's just keep getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think, really? In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value your trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. That is the reason. What changed? I agree. Except you. What is it? Oh, now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. Can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness? What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Carrada? Person's name is? Adrian Andrews. What? Wait? Witness. That's not what you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client as Adrian Andrews. What? Donkey. It can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. the Killer just stabbed Mr. Edwards in the back. Just for an order to get an audience with the court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Vanguarded, perhaps? I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. Witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned the witness. You, Shelley the killer. Testimony is the truth. Defendant in the moment, Matt Guardy, am I correct? All I wish to do was help procure his acquittal. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. Prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided the suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definite of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. The killer's client, who requested the murder, was not the defendant at all. No. With all the evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt is innocent. I seem to have caused you a bit of confusion. Please, continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Beep. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? With the way this is going, Angardy will be found innocent. Maybe our last chance to save Maya, yeah. But Mr. Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. Gardy is my client. I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself when I win this? My cracker. I got a breathing break. Cracker time. Alright. Crackers, done. Humor banana, on. Pampers, soiled. Let's go. Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley the killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. Testimony just now was one big fat lie. Miss Andrews. Suicide note may have been a fake, but the man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. Testimony just now, you have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie. Mr. the Killer himself had testified. Named you as his client. No, that's not true. Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and the button, donning the nickel samurai costume. But that's... You even had a motive. We know that Miss Celeste's impact was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I will say you have plenty of reason you want them both dead. No, Mr. Wright. You know the truth, tell him. Tell them the real story, the real killer is, tell them. Please help me. You guys know the truth. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. Decide do I take the non-guilty verdict and save Maya, or do I throw the chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do now? Watch the trial continue. Phoenix, can't do a Mia, can't say not guilty. You are a lawyer, I know, but Matt Angardy is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. Let Miss Andrews be convicted, and I am no better than Angardy. Even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact. This is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Angardy convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take the verdict now, I would be betraying his trust. His trust. Never thought about it until now. I trust him? Yes, you do. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. I request that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But witness clearly cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet to see through the witness's lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There is still more evidence to look at, and I'm sure that one of those pieces arrive here is the very courtroom. A miracle will occur. Sorry. Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. the Killer. Right away, Your Honor. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you need from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about the case. That is how things are usually done. What are you talking about, usually done? But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people in your procedures, is there any wonder no one likes to go to court? About my client, part 2. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. Client did deframe another for the crime. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene, Adrian Andrews already knew that from the very beginning that Juan Carter was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and the planting of the knife and button. That is what I would refer to as what I said. My client had broken the rules. This is the most unexpected turn of events for the 5th time now. However, this time everything has finally been revealed. Objection! Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this, do you, Mr. Wright? Absolutely. Your Honor, the defense will question the witness as if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What the witness had said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I suppose it lies in the oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose. You don't understand what's going on anymore. At least 2 of us. Press everything. Go, 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 go. Speed run. What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. Something to waste more time. Witness. About requesting a hit. Yes? How much is your fee? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No, I'm not thinking about that. Mr. Wright, yes? You want to kill me? You want me dead, don't you? What? Why would you think about that? Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You are guilty, hereby declared guilty. Witness, let's continue. Why'd you disclose your name of the client? They are not your client, are they not? Hold it! I'd like to think most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Ah, yeah. Well, a change of occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. What was I about saying, Mr. the Killer? And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt of their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from the guilt. Talking about the button and the knife? Yes, on my business card. Oh, this card. That no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. Try to make things easy. My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. Pretty devoted to his work. But disregard everything, go and stab the deceased with a knife. And hide my card from the site. Something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No. I already told you I have no intention of using your services ever. Why does he keep looking at me like that? If I'm the one on trial here? From the very beginning? That's very correct. Long before my client visited the room, all my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. Creation of the planning, the knife, and the button. I feel like I pressed this button like 9 times. Also, prints there, gamer. Okay, whoops. What I'm muted. Fiddling around the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who had requested the murder go to the crime scene?
Look who's here, and Jeffrey's not. Oh my
I know,
goodness.
right? You're hungry.
Dude, you got time to eat if you're actually hungry and not just for the
Oh, get
low
munching,
hanging
dude.
fruit. Can't believe Kobe got a high colonic. I'm more of a fan of the Trinidadi Scorpion.
Pepper talk.
Welcome to Sunday Night Pepper Talk with the boys. Soggy Boggy's now a Pepper podcast. Is Ghost Pepper hotter than Reaper? I think Reaper's hotter than Ghost.
Go back to reading.
I think the Scorpion's the
Alright.
hottest.
Oh, that is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr.
I
Unguarded.
could be wrong.
If
I'm
that's the
looking.
case, then why didn't the
Hottest
person request
pepper.
that you do it? Sadly, this is not possible.
Carolina Reaper.
A job is to kill,
And
that
then
is
the
all.
Trinidad
Then this
Morduga
card behind
Scorpion,
naturally.
and then the
This card
7
is
top
divine plans and escape
Dougla.
blame with my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall.
Yeah, the Carolina Reaper is
That is what I
2.2
was
million
referring to when I
Scoville
said my
units,
client had
and the
broken the
Trinidad
rules.
Scorpion is
I had to go
2.09 million Scoville units.
That's all you have to testify? Yes. Pray that I will
Yeah,
never
they'll do
be
that.
called to the stand again. Again. As we plan to continue? I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Naturally, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really.
The Ghost Pepper is only 1 million. The Ghost Pepper is only half as hot as the Carolina Reaper, according to the
Now
Scoville
can
scale.
present the line? Am I dying here?
Hope he's gonna be peeing out of his ass.
Maybe it's the wrong line? Should probably be this one, shouldn't it? There we go. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. Dick Killer. Was it meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Ron Cordo was already dead. But how? How do you know that? From the wine glass, Your Honor. The glass. Mr. Dick Killer's supposed to client thought that Mr. Cordo had only fainted, which is why the glass of tomato juice was poured.
So what I'm hearing it
Isn't that
next
just a
time
part
I'm
of your
constipated.
calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. The glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned,
Also, what do you mean next time you're constipated? How often do you get constipated that you can
Mr.
say for
Edwards?
sure there's a next
You're the-
time?
strangely enough,
I got
I had the same
constipated.
thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask such a minor detail? And a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client that you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Carter's death. It's not. And that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never fine at all.
I mean, we could start it. I
Very
think.
strange.
Jeffrey is.
well,
Mick might
it's
have
up to
went
you
to game
boys.
chat or whatever.
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
okay.
I just muted my mic. I muted myself in the party. That's fine. I'm just reading it like mock 2000, trying to finish this game.
Well, Jeffrey's at the home screen now. He was playing Beat Saber, then he switched to Minecraft, then he switched to Rocket League. All within a span of like 10 minutes.
If you guys want to start, he knows. We were talking about it last night.
World's first round 800 Cold War zombies.
If y'all want to do it now, or are we gonna wait for Jeffrey? It doesn't matter to me.
I don't care. No.
He told me he's gonna be here, so maybe he assumed Aaron was gonna be late again by napping.
I want
I
to go to
haven't
sleep
been to
again
parties.
now. I got off work at 11 o'clock today, and I took a nap, and I woke up like 2 hours after I got home, and I was like, okay, I'm not tired. And then like 5 minutes before it was 7 o'clock, I was like, oh god.
Hey.
Do you got a
Oh,
Carhartt
hand me some of
jacket?
those, dude.
I heard a Carhartt jacket can hold as many brewskis as you need.
I'm gonna get myself again.
This video is sponsored by Carhartt.
How strange, yes? Why is it that the attorney had yet to raise an objection to this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Objection. Mr. Edward, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, there was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I'm positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning what the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy some more time. While we wait for the items that the killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. This request came to me about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss the finalize of 2 matters. As what occurred, I trust my memory and I believe I had made no mistakes. You physically met with your client, huh? This is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you can cross-examine it, please. Oh, well, 1 week ago? Are you sure? Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course,
Well, I
have my
only
own
want 2,
preparations.
so take the
No,
other 2 and shove them up
was
your
barely
ass.
able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, you will keep them in mind. Please stop. In case my client, this time had a very specific date and time in mind. Specific date and time? Did you ask why on that specific
I mean, I'll be up.
No, I tried to fulfill all my conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only
Stardew
had my
Valley,
suspicions.
Part
Here's the-
1, Cope Stream. Streamed by PewDiePie 7 hours ago.
So,
He's copying us.
copycat.
What the fuck?
Copycat. Woo 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 woo. So there were suspicions you had. Why did you client?
I need to
Why
get to
did
the
your
door quick.
client
Hold
request
on.
that night? I'm sure it was all that bear.
Break down
Let's look at
Pew's
it.
door.
I'm sure
What's up,
there
bro?
will be
Fuck
a
yeah.
Hey, you
action
ever thought
figurine
about
I want to cry.
streaming Nick on YouTube and Twitch at the same time?
Absolutely not.
That's what all the big YouTubers do. What do you mean?
Yeah,
That was
just use my
me.
Twitch channel.
FBI, open up!
I will allow you to retrieve
No, that was my door.
items from me. He must be talking
No,
about
I
the
can
puzzle
open
thing.
it.
Am I dying? Did somebody think the FBI was at your house?
So somebody thought somebody was banging on doors in the house.
Screaming
That's
FBI.
that's how hard I knocked.
Signed the figurine with a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him in
My
the
mom and
hotel
my
room.
sister
He
both
was planning to publicly disclose his
were
contents on a press
aroused from
conference
their
after all.
daily duties.
This is correct. And if I had not done this job that night, I would not have known where this bear figurine was. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, was your testimony just now any importance?
How dare
I
PewDiePie?
believe it was very important.
We're trendsetters, that's all I'm gonna say. We best get some love from the big man himself.
Okay, it's important. What the killer said sounds plausible, but the fact that it's conjecture. No, Your Honor, I don't think it was very important. Well then, witness, please continue.
What the fuck was I playing before I left?
We might, with a certain bar, discuss the finalize a few
That's
matters.
fine.
What occurred, I trust my memory and believe we have made mistakes. Whoops. Is that the wrong option?
Toby, did you see the newest Gus Johnson video?
The Skyrim Hawk one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
So good.
You know what I've realized? I really like both Guts and Sven. I like it better when they're together, though. I think they're fucking great together.
If Mr. the Killer had met his client before the murder, Unless he is mistaken. So you're saying this is
I guess I'll
climbing
be on
with
for
Adrian
longer
Andrews?
if you guys
Oh,
need
I
me.
guess so. You see.
Yeah, Nick's trying to finish up
know,
that
Godspeed.
case on
Dude, these cases get longer and longer every time. I'm dying.
There's a Mountain Dew cookbook, and one of the
Yeah.
recipes includes grilled
Pause.
cheese.
Yep.
You see, just as I said.
Absolutely. It does not sound appealing.
God, I'm so lost.
whatsoever.
Wait a second, I'm supposed to be helping here. Calm down, Phineas. Think carefully and relax. 1 minute. Would
The
you
grilled
please
cheese
continue?
does not sound
I'm trying to stay
however,
focused.
Other things.
I'm
But I
sure
can't
it's
remember
fine.
and I
It's
believe
good.
I made no mistakes.
No, there's a lot of them in it that don't sound half bad, but the grilled cheese just. Number one, it looks. And I haven't tasted it, but I almost guarantee it tastes like ass. Like, why would you ever make that over a regular grilled cheese? I have no idea. Maybe so you can be one of those fucking streamers who pulls up the gamer fuel grilled cheese, gamer food.
Dude,
Stupid shit like that.
they had a mango flavored Gamer Fuel one year, and it was the best fucking Mountain Dew flavor that's ever existed.
You know what I just tried recently?
The melon one?
You're
'Cause
climbing
that
with
one
Adrian
kicks
Andrews.
ass.
That is correct.
I haven't tried game fuel in a while, but I did just try the watermelon Mountain Dew.
They did. They
Yeah,
started
the
getting
watermelon.
into
It's
territory.
Mhm.
No, testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange about this time around.
Here's the thing, I'm not
More
a huge fan of
information.
watermelon, but I was happily surprised when I didn't hate it. I
Williams is doing
put
something
it
wrong here.
above regular Mountain Dew. It tastes better than regular Mountain Dew.
Adrian Andrews, right? Of course it did.
They should
Who's
just,
that?
you know,
Pretty
they
false.
would
Press
make
further.
a shit ton of money if they did like a
Like for you to give us a few more details.
rainbow
No,
case
never,
of Mountain Dews.
Clients
You
as
know
a
what I'm
matter of
Mm.
principle. Never
Yeah,
talking
like,
no crush by telephone or mail.
A 12 pack or a 24
Why is
pack
that?
with 3 of
Because I
each
value this
flavor.
trust
Yep.
to the client and myself
Yeah.
above all else. Only with the establishment at the speaker of the client while looking them in the eye.
talking
It'll
about?
be
Work out.
what, regular, code red,
Mm.
voltage.
Oh, that's right.
Voltage.
Do they still make
No.
one now?
No, they- Hey, there he is. All right. As soon
Oh,
as I
look
hop
who's
on
here.
For
We're
Honor,
boys.
Look
as
who's
soon as I
fucking
get
Let me
into
save
a
this
fucking
game.
Look who decided
You're
to
such
show the
a
fuck
fucking
up.
cooch control master. Fuck out of here.
I'm here. Hello.
Oh, you're here?
Oh, he's gonna act like he's...
Oh, he put his mic in.
Please
Oh,
step
okay, let me
aside
answer
to
the
my
rant
questions.
again. As I
What
start
do
a
you mean by
fucking
that?
match.
What?
I'm gonna save it here.
No, finish your game. I
Finish this
still
game
have,
next
I
time.
have a lot of things to do right now.
You can hear me?
I joined.
What
I
does that
joined
say?
because I
Isn't
saw
that
that I
funny?
had the invite.
See,
Dweebos?
I'm the only one who... The King Koofy. What a name.
Am I dying? Are we switching right
No,
now?
no,
Kofi
no, no, no.
Kingston.
Okay, okay. I'm going back to reading. Bye.
I'm going back to reading pie.
What do you mean
He's
by that?
muted us so he can
My question.
speed
pretty
read.
fast.
Dude, I was sitting in the party.
No,
with
I
him
can hear you
muted.
guys. I can hear
Okay.
you guys. I just have myself muted from you guys.
I was sitting in the party with him reading. He was
Question
going
was
so
the-
fast.
Oh my god, dude. Listening to Nick play Ace Attorney is probably one of my favorite things.
It's so
Question
fucking
was, did
funny.
you
Can
really
we talk about
meet
this, guys?
Adrian
We
Andrews in
talk-
person?
Haha,
I
you've
gotta
been
go.
had.
I have already
Dude,
told
he
you.
says
that's
like
right, I did
penis.
that.
Haha,
It was
Like you
only
can't
It's got the
say
same
Ah,
like
key
peanuts
as
or
his
something, but it
fucking,
sounded like penis, and I just started dying.
You remember when
Begin
we
to
played
trust him.
Minecraft and he read
That's
the
what I
entire
thought. I can
credits not
trust this
once but
person with the
twice?
It's true what they say about talking face value.
Same
Well,
energy.
Mr. Wright was a testimony just now of any importance. Very
I
important.
can't wait to start playing Minecraft again.
Everything
I
heard
am
just
so
now, and
ready.
I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe this testimony just
Yeah,
now was
well,
of the utmost importance.
after
really,
we got that
that's the
slated
case.
already,
When
as
it's
soon as the
please
update comes
include
out, we're gonna start. I think.
statement
Yeah.
just now.
Sorry that I was a little
Testimony.
late today.
I just
Nicole-
got here 20 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
The moment I
That's
saw
good
him, I
then.
thought
I'm
I
glad
could
I'm not
trust
the
this
only one.
person's client.
Seamus and
I
his
was
girlfriend
the
stopped
only
by
one
for a
on
few
time.
minutes, and I was just hanging out with them.
Oh,
Which
okay,
is
I see.
so fucking ass backwards that I was here at like 7:02.
I'd
Nick's
like to
the
go over
only
this one
one
more time.
who's
We
ready.
met Adrian
at
Andrews at the
7.
bar. and
I'm
took
putting
the
it out
request.
there.
Well, Nick's
You figure
not
I'm an
ready
hour
still,
late
though.
right now? I'm
Yeah.
not ready.
How was Aaron the only
I'm
one?
trying to keep going.
I was ready, but now
I
I'm...
was willing to stop an hour ago.
I actually
Everybody was late. so.
like did the dishes, picked up, did the recycling, cooked dinner, and I was like perfect timing.
Adrian
It was
Andrews
like
at the bar and took the request
6:45 when
by-
I finished dinner.
Yes, that is
Aaron,
correct.
you want to
Alright,
join me
Mr.
for a
Parker.
rousing
Now,
game of...
that's when they thought he was trustworthy.
He does.
He
I
does.
re-
Yes, that's correct. I'm sorry, but that's a possible tale. What? Sully the Killer.
That's why I ask.
You have never met the real Adrian Andrews
Damn, I really
Why
don't
would you
have
say
For
that?
Honor installed.
because you made one
Ambush
very big
bot.
slip up
Horse butt.
about her. That was the issue.
Horse
What,
butthole.
Jesus, no? We have never met Adrian Andrews in person.
That... I
And
am
look what I told
telling
you
you,
that she is a
I
woman.
do not have enough time.
He blew up.
Dude, you're gonna have to find another spot. No time!
Order in the court, Mr. Wright. What is the meaning of this?
That guy has the same
I
intensity.
just
as I
always
do.
ask face to
wanted
face
the
with the client about the request.
soul.
You have to admit the person Adrian Andrews is a person. Yes, Your Honor, that's the
Hey,
point.
what's
I
this
got the
thing?
point. That means Mr. the Killer's client
Alright,
would not
it's
have
too
been
long.
Ms. Adrian Andrews.
It's 2-on-1 battle. It's an uphill
Ah.
battle.
Dutch, the fire
He's leaking oil.
telling me to give her her souls.
Okay.
Dutch, I
go
found
ahead.
a
Jennifer's
pair of
understanding of
eyes
logic in
in
this
the
one.
decrepit
However,
beyond, or whatever the fuck
this
it's
assassin
called.
makes
I
such a
think I'm
mistake.
gonna
I believe it has
usher
to
in
do
the
with her,
age
her
of
name,
dark.
Your Honor. Your name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very
Or the age
rapidious
of the
name.
undead, or whatever it's called.
Yes, I see. Well, lucky for Mr. the Killer,
Dutch, I
the
think I'm
entire
gonna
time he
bring
was on
the
the
age
stand,
of
no last
fire
stage
to
of
an
Adrian
end.
Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. Wait, what?
You're the right
You have to
idea.
kindle the flame. I don't think I will,
Oh, the
Dutch.
Killer. This is an amazing explanation. I think somehow my
I don't
Muslim
think
mixed
that's
up the
what I'm
client with
about
another.
No, that's
Does
not
it
gonna
mean you're
happen, and
related
here's
to a different
why.
now? Yes, of course. Please.
I'm
if
going
you
into
really
George
want
Bush
to
a little bit.
I like
spit
how
out more lies.
Deathbed
That's not gonna
Arthur
happen, and here's
Morgan
why.
sounds
Very well,
like,
but this
you
time,
know,
please give us the
George
truth,
Bush
nothing but the
being
truth.
serious.
Please don't put me in my throat.
No, don't turn me into a marketable plushie.
Wah.
I think I got like 20 more minutes left, dude. Hey, Jeffrey, ETA.
What do you mean? Oh, I'm ready now.
On you be. Am I losing my mind?
Well,
He
I mean,
said you
Kobe's
don't have to
playing the
switch
game.
yet. Kobe's in a game of For Honor.
Yeah,
I'll switch right now if you guys want me to.
Kobe's in the middle of a game with For Honor.
He's still got like 5 minutes.
Because if I keep going, I want to finish it. I only have like 20 minutes left, but I don't want to wait 20 minutes.
Wah, wah, wah. You're the one that decided that you wanted to stream Ace Attorney.
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm Nick. I wanna set up myself for failure by playing a 186-hour game trilogy.
This game only has 3 court cases. It's right, or 4 episodes. I feel like, okay, 15 hours tops. Nope.
40.
Save me!
What the fuck's up with everybody playing Celeste lately? Like, a whole bunch of YouTubers just decided that Celeste was their game
I
they
didn't
wanted
like
to
that
play.
game.
I
hell is
really
Celeste?
love the game, but it came out in fucking 2014 or some shit.
I
Like,
played
it's
it
old
like
as
2
shit.
years ago, and I kind of felt like it was. I don't like platformers though.
So is like Beyond Good and Evil 2 ever actually going to come out?
No.
Maybe.
Wasn't it announced at E3 like 4 years ago? Or maybe PAX, one of those
Speaking of-
cons.
Yes, no, I
I think it
remember
was
two
announced around the
mail.
same time that
There have been
Cyberpunk was
times where I've
announced.
taken a
Are we
job without
switching or
my,
what?
their client.
You finished your game?
No!
We're switching. Pivot, save game.
What do you mean I can't save games?
Save
Just
the game.
pause it, honey.
Arthur, who
Dinner.
painted the
Pause the
Mona
game.
Lisa?
Donkey.
Oh, hey, you.
Alright, I saved the game. I'll finish this later. Close the game.
So when are we all just going to play Farming Simulator 2015?
As soon as we're done with Minecraft, we're lining them up. We got the docket.